Democrats just read a puppy's eulogy in a House hearing. That's where liberal opposition lives. Now theater, snark, and moral posturing. MeidasTouch wants you focused on hypocrisy. Not class. Not empire. Not the fact that both parties enforce border militarization, enforcement fear, and corporate plunder. They want you mad about a dog while Latino families get caged and citizens get detained without rights. Gnome's a grifter, obviously. The $220 million DHS propaganda contract routed through a Delaware shell company to her spokesperson's husband? That's not corruption. That's how contracts work under Capitol. Every administration does this. The previous administration's DHS did it. This is procurement as patronage, which is standard operating procedure for the national security apparatus. The only difference is Gnome's clumsy enough to brag about unaliving puppies in a memoir. But notice what MeidasTouch won't say. Enforcement is the problem. Borders are the problem. The entire deportation machine is the problem. They're fine with all of it as long as the personnel aren't embarrassing. They want a respectable face on state force. ProPublica documents 170 citizens detained. The Times admits it's racial targeting, and the liberal response: demand better vetting, accountability, oversight. As if the issue is implementation, not the structural imperative to discipline labor, fracture solidarity, and maintain the reserve army of the unemployed through racialized deportation fear. This is why the working class doesn't trust these people. They see the performance. They see that Democrats defend the institution while Republicans staff it with wild cards. Same result. Enforcement operates, Capitol wins. And workers document it or not stay terrified and divided. Gnome will resign or get shuffled. The shell company will rebrand. The ad campaign will continue under a new LLC, and MeidasTouch will call it a win, because they got to dunk on a conservative in a hearing. Meanwhile, the deportation machine expands, and nobody asks why we have a DOH in the first place.